Life. Life is a disease. A millennium ago, a supreme necromancer was on the verge of conquering the world. But you know what they say about best laid plans. Inevitably, heroes shall emerge. So, I was made dead. Again. But what does death really mean for somebody who has mastered it? Boredom. An eternity to ponder my errors and how close I came to victory. I am a mortal, but when this world ends, even I will know oblivion. And so, I ask myself, will I be given another chance to rise before it happens? Another chance to fulfill my ambition? It seems that fate has smiled after all.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Fableheim and Iratus, Lord of the Dead. We have a little bit of a black screen. There it goes. It's been a long time since I've seen this, but yes, this is a disclaimer. Iratus, Lord of the Dead, is a hardcore tactical roguelite. This game is difficult, and your minions will likely die. And don't think that they are expendable just because they are already dead. Every fight is a challenge, and resources are always limited. Enemies are strong and show no mercy towards their undead opponents. You will need to play smart and adjust your strategies for different encounters and enemy types. In short, be prepared to spend several hours mastering the game to achieve victory and bring death to the mortal lands. This game is currently in early access, so anything is prone to be changed and new things shall be added with time. Although it is kind of later on in the early access, cycle. So this is like reverse Darkest Dungeon. You are the bad guy. Look at him. Isn't he monumentous? We shall be starting a new campaign. This was just something I tested. So this one or this one? I don't remember. Whatever. These are both tests. When you first begin, you have to select the tutorial difficulty so that you can get through, so it can teach you, because there are quite a few unique mechanics here. I really do think it's amazing. So once you complete the tutorial, which is like the first 4 or 5 levels, whatever, you unlock Cakewalk and More Pain. And then I imagine once you complete More Pain, you unlock Good Always Wins. And just a reminder, you're not the good guy. And then if you were able to beat the game on Good Always Wins, first of all, congratulations. Second of all, you will unlock Endless Rise, which appears to be a special mode for those eager to go one step beyond. So of course, because I'm not a coward, we shall begin with More Pain. Now, I've only completed the tutorial, so I've done like 5 little areas. I have no idea what really awaits me in the game. I wasn't originally going to do a completely blind playthrough, but I'm glad that I did the tutorial myself so that I can kind of come in with some knowledge. Here's Iratus glaring at us to make our decision. There is a lot currently on the screen, but right now, all we can really do says we have a talent. Do we have a talent? We do have a talent. This is the talent tree for Iratus. You can, there are 4 major little tabs here. Alchemy, Magic, Ire, and Destruction. Which we'll probably get into a bit more later, but what should we do? In the tutorial, I went down Magic because Magic is fun. This is stuff that Iratus can do during combat using the mana resource. That's not, his minions doing things. Ire, I think, is a minion-based. The Chosen Minion. Iratus extends all ignition. I do like ignition. It's true damage over time. Very good. My favorite, though, is stress damage. I love stress damage. If you're familiar with Darkest Dungeon, it is very similar. Stress damage is when you break the soul and the morale of your foes. But I'll explain more once we get in. I think we should probably start off the game with alchemy. Because, you know, oops.
The will becomes free.
I didn't mean to click that, but oh well. So after combat, we'll have a 10% increased chance of receiving parts, which allows us to create new minions. The reason I believe we should start with alchemy is because a stronger foundation leads to a greater end game, you know? So we currently have one group set up. We have the Bride of Iratus, which is like an archer lady. We have the Skeleton, which is kind of like a frontline. He's actually not as useless as most skeletons are, so that's pretty neat. We have the Zombie, which is hilarious. It's actually more... It's like a buccaneer. It has a giant cannon, and it also has a flintlock pistol. So usually they're better in like the first two positions, but I have put them in like the third and fourth for bombardment, which is... it's good fun. What can the skeleton do in the third area? Their final abilities always require Wrath, which is something that you build up during combat. Show them their place. At one point in time, I tried using this. So I was really cheeky, and I used this to like reposition after the zombie had gone into the bombardment stance. I don't know if that's like 200 IQ or just a waste of a turn. But good fun. And the Dark Knight is kind of like a supporty frontliney person. It's not bad. Not bad. You can, as you can see on the right, here are the resources that we begin with. We can use this to start making new people if we want to over in creation. These are the characters that are currently available. We can unlock quite a few more by, playing the video game. I do have the Infested unlock because I bought the little supporter pack for the game. The game is like $25 by itself, and then there's like a $5 supporter pack if you want to additionally support Unfrozen, the developers behind the game. And I had a lot of fun in the tutorial, so I was like, you know what? Let's do it. So this game actually has quite a lot of content. We are currently in the mines, which is the first level. You can see there are 5 levels. After the mines is the Dwarf Tunnels, after the Dowie Tunnels is the Mercenary Barracks, and then these 2 areas are available after release. Which is not yet. I don't know when. But I saw that this is like a little castle thingy, so my idea for this series is to be like the undead Kingmaker. And Iratus shall rise as king of the undead. And all the world eventually. But see how large this map is? It's ridiculous. So very similar to Darkest Dungeon. You get to kind of pick where you're going. The difference is that... like, pick your path. But the difference is that each room is just one encounter. So for example, we can only go here. We're encountering some peoples. I have no idea what they are. Humans of some kind that we're going to break. We shall break their souls. So we're fighting a conscript and 2 hunkies. I'm not quite sure how hunky they are. But it would appear that the hunkies have more sanity than they do vigor, which is their HP pool. And the conscript has less sanity than they do HP. The purple bar is their sanity, and as that gets lower, they have a higher chance of fleeing, going insane, or just dying to a heart attack when it's depleted. And going insane is kind of unpredictable. They can do all sorts of weird stuff. Like, I've had some where it triggers betrayal, and I think it was a conscript that did it. So he began attacking his own allies, which was hilarious. I've had some that they get unlucky, and they lose a ton of stats. Some that die, as I mentioned, and others that run away. But if you are familiar at all with Darkest Dungeon, this should look incredibly familiar. We're currently playing the skeleton, you can see, because his things all light up. You can see his stats down here in the bottom left, his abilities and skills, which are bound to QWEASD, which I'm quite familiar with, thankfully. The mana, which allows different spells to cast during combat. This does not use your turn. This is Iratus interfering from the throne. And it consumes the mana that's in the middle. The red thing that's slowly filling up, that's currently at 4 out of 100, is Wrath, which allows our minions to use their ultimate abilities, which are usually pretty bonkers good. Was that for a good introduction? I hope so. So as for the skeleton, I actually don't remember if there's like a taunt. I don't think I encountered a taunt thing. We're going to use Smite. I like Smite a lot because it is a attack that goes twice. So it's good against units that don't have any armor. Like this guy. These two hunkies. Personally, not very hunky, but whatever. I do enjoy the Bride of Iratus, even though I don't usually use it. Let's try this buff, this Think of Him. So 6 attack, as you would expect, increases your attack damage. And 6 Dread actually increases your damage to Sanity. So there are 2 different values there. Now, for the zombie, the Buccaneer, as I like to think of him, he is a good source of ignition damage. So you go ahead, we pop this. Ignite is true damage. They're burning over time. 9 to 10 true damage, which means the damage cannot be negated at all. And I love it a lot. Now this guy's currently in a stance, right? Yes, he's going to really hurt somebody. Can't I... Nope. 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 Okay. Let's see if it counts for a debuff. I guess not. Ow. The skeleton, one of his unique features is that he is immune to all buffs and debuffs, which is an important thing to keep in mind. We do also have enough wrath now for some special ability. Like this. We'll go ahead and use this, bring the... Well, just kidding. The goal was to get the conscript to go insane, but I guess that didn't work. Magic damage doesn't really change a whole lot. I mean, the only difference, it always, magic and physical damage damages vigor, but enemies will have different armor to magic and to regular attacks. Can I click on, I don't think I can. There we go. So armor, obviously reduces physical damage. Resistance reduces magical damage. There's a block. At least 1 point of block is hit by a physical attack. That attack is nullified. And the character block amount is decreased by 1. Okay, so this is similar to Guard from Mistover, but not quite. And Ward is the same thing, but for magic. So actually, the skeleton's buff ability is very strong. Much stronger than I gave him credit for. Does this stack? Let's find out. Let us find out together. It does. That's hilarious, actually. I can remove this debuff, which is a reduction to my accuracy, which is rude, and I now have a lot more wrath. I also moved my position, which wasn't ideal, but here we are. There's Insanity that we triggered on the conscript. It is Cowardice, which increases its chance to flee by 20% each turn. And before the beginning of their turn, it deals stress damage to all allies, equal to 20% of their remaining sanity. Beautiful. I was trying to just kill these fellows, but it kind of looks like stress is the way to go. By the way, I really enjoy attacking stress. Like, there are a few... You can have up to 4 group compositions just built.
More materials. Ooh, I didn't think it would be this easy.
I love the voice actor, by the way. It's amazing. Oh, the Dark Knight can heal using his special ability. That's cool. I'm pretty sure that... A buff, the Dark... This could be really good, like, situationally. I think I can kill this guy by dealing stress damage. Or I'll miss, okay. It's fine. I'm used to missing giving them increased speed because of Mistover, but I'm glad it doesn't. Goodbye. And look, he's all alone now. Bye-bye. You do, in order to trigger the heart attack, you do have to deal stress damage to someone who is insane. So, remember, you can't just get them to 0 sanity. You have to actually get them to 0 sanity and then deal stress damage. Which is a little kinky. A little weird there. So Just go ahead and create something. I do really like the Infested. This is the class that's currently in, like, early... I know it's kind of strange to say early access in early access. But again, you only have access to this character at the moment if you buy the supporter pack. I'm not saying that you need to. I'm just saying that I like the Infested because it's pretty good at attacking stress damage. So, I pick it up usually a lot. Speaking of stress damage, I love the Banshee. And it's auto-filling these, but you can do it manually because later on you can get higher quality materials to make even better versions. So I imagine these will be recycled as time goes on. Now, currently there's nothing here for upgrades, but for abilities, every time they level up, you can improve the selected ability. For whatever reason, not the final one. Maybe you just can't, or maybe they have to be a certain level to do that. I'm afraid I don't know. So Banshee's really good for stress. Wraith is also amazing for stress. And what? We should probably have a tank, right? But just go in with the Wraith. You would definitely want to make sure that your group composition is okay. Let's see, what do you need? I think the Wraith... Yeah, so you want to be here. And we want the Wraith in the final spot. Perfect. And then we'll have like a skeleton or something up front. Where are you, Wraith? The zombie is just like a huge...
Unassuming creation. Perhaps the warnings were just superstitions.
Yeah, the zombie here just has a ton of health. It has 110 vigor. The Dark Knight only has 70 HP, wow. I don't think I want... I think I want... I don't know what I want. We could also just pick up a skeleton for Astounding Fortitude. Enemies attack the skeleton more often. There. That will also... We can also put it on our more vulnerable Banshee infested. Whatever. Whatever we feel like. I almost feel bad talking over Iratus, but there's stuff I need to say. So now we're at a crossroads. Do we go left? Do we go right? I don't know. These little Fountain of Restorations can be very useful. It's kind of important if you want to min-max them to actually utilize your mana before you walk into them, because you do just kind of pick and it just happens. You don't have to fight anything. What are these? A grave. Dormant minions awaiting their time. Ah, we can... So this is how you start sacrificing people. Okay. I told you you'd have to recycle them. Contains the records of past battles, which can be used to raise the level of minions or Iratus himself. Give us more talent points. There is also another way to level up minions, which is to give them brains. I know that sounds strange, but give them a higher level brain than they currently have, which I believe they all start at level 1. We could go the really long way and do an elite squad and then take on the boss. That honestly sounds like a really quick way to die, though. But let's do it. Why not? We'll go... Is another elite battle over here? Yeah, sure. Let's just be cheeky. You have to select the squad before you can move. This doesn't really matter for these rooms because you get to pick an artifact. A boon. The Ring of Terror. The baseline chance that an enemy will die due to a heart attack. All minions gain +1 ward until the battle ends. Ward, this means it will block 1 spell type damage. All minions gain 15 accuracy and 15% damage until the battle ends. This effect is removed when a minion takes damage. That's probably really good.
A dark collecting.
Accuracy is amazing. So you go over here to your artifacts. Ooh. We have a delectable part. When a minion dies, all allies gain 15 vigor.
Undead features.
Does it? So you have the glass dagger, this, and we have a sickle. If the cumulative level of minions in battle is less than 10, Iratus gains 100 additional experience after victory. Oh, if I had known that I had that, how did I even get that? Was that from last fight? I would have put that here. We'll leave it alone, though. I want the glass dagger. I imagine the glass dagger is going to start getting worse. We're going to pick our second squad here, so you guys can see all the new minions. But I imagine that the Glass Dagger gets worse as you fight people that have AoE attacks. Like, rip my Banshee, right? Also, the Wraith begins with 2 armor and 2 ward, because the Wraith is just awesome. We're fighting Miners, who have an equal amount of Vigor and Sanity. We have 2 of them. The Conscript, once again, lower Sanity than Vigor. And we're fighting a Hunky once more. What do we want to do? Removes all debuffs from the target. I do like Curses. Curses are stress attacks over time, which we're probably going to end up using. Pestilent Rain is so useful when you have someone's sanity really low, because it attacks multiple times. So you can use it to like bring their sanity down to 0, and in the same turn you can kill them. We might want to give someone some resistance. Actually, no, just kidding. It gives it to myself. There we go. Stances are permanent buffs that remain into effect until you remove them. Or get knocked out of them, I guess, depending on whichever happens. Whenever an enemy moves, we haven't encountered too many moving enemies, so that's probably not useful. Restore the target to full sanity. This is an interesting support move that I've never used. All enemies lose 6 attack for their next action. Yes, please. I really enjoy support characters. So, the Banshee is obviously one of my favorites. I imagine the Lich is also a pretty strong support character, but I haven't seen it yet. Removes all buffs from the target and lose initiative. We have no buffs, do we? No. Summons a concealing cloud for 2 rounds. Any menu within the cloud gains evasion. I can't actually use most of my attacks in this position. I can only use Necrotic Wind, which is fine. We'll just start working on the other people. Oh, a miss. Who are we cursing now? How much? You have 29 left? Let's curse you, shall we? He's gone insane. Let's see what it is. It's unlucky. So this... Oh, you've also gone insane. Cowardice. Yes, flee, oh God. So, let us... Let's do this again. I missed someone. Are we out of our stance now? Can I do that again? No. Yes? Let's just do this then. Beautiful, beautiful. I really enjoy the ultimate attack of the skeleton. Which is hilarious, because skeletons in games are usually awful. Like, just the worst. You know what? Let's buff ourselves. Then we'll just obliterate this guy. That is the unlucky coming in. We actually can't... We have to move. How do I move, actually? I don't know. Can I move? No way. I have to be able to move. Oh yeah, duh, magic.
Strength through pain.
Oh, and it doesn't take my turn? That's gorgeous. I guess it's a little late to say this, but for those of you that don't know. Really? I didn't trigger a heart attack.
This one
He did.
voided its bowels just as it died.
Ooh. This guy's berserk. And this guy... There's the betrayal insanity. How do we want to do this? For those of you who don't know, I just recently finished Mistover, which is another dungeon crawler-like game. And moving in it, it had like a 3x3 square. It wasn't quite like this, or Darkest Dungeon. But moving in it was incredibly challenging, because you took your turn to move. So you just waste your turn moving, and it was a little frustrating. Just a wee bit.
Now that's gonna leave
There were also abilities that moved you, of course, but not everyone had those, you know? I think I'm just going to keep taunting with good old Mr. Skelly. Ow. You're the one with betrayal? Yep. Beautiful. Now see, this is the issue with... There we go. Where you don't always get the heart attack. But sometimes you do. We're going to keep trying to force it, though. Because, you know, if something doesn't work, just try again. And he had one ward. There we go. Maybe I should have picked up the treasure that increased our heart attack chances. Wait, I didn't see what those first two things were. Oh yeah, and when you use one of your other groups, the groups that you didn't use received some health back. So you saw that our group 1 got a little bit of health back. Our good old Buccaneer zombie is back to almost full. Okay. What did we get? Oh. So we got a rare, well, an uncommon thing that gives +1 attack. Not bad. Not bad. I don't think we want to create a third group. We should take a look at our graveyard, though. You can... Yes, you build these using Architect Souls, whatever these are called. Hey, I was right, Architect Souls. And you have to put someone in it to build it. This is, what is this? This is the graveyard. Each minion exploring the ancient burial grounds finds a random part. Applies after a victory except quest battles. We can also build the Iratus statue. Praising the Necromancer at the monument, each minion restores 8 mana. After victory, each minion at the Abode of Wrath gives Iratus 12 Wrath at the beginning of battle. That could be good. Obelisk. Attracts wandering souls. Every minion next to it generates 4 to 6 souls of the architects. The heck? Oh, it's the Wraith. Does it, like, eat my Wraith? Let's find out. It did.
Of the obelisk comes with the power of souls drawn towards it.
So
many ancient monuments were built for exactly this purpose.
So I need to put a minion in this now. We do have the mortuary. What does this do? The powerful aura of death restores vigor. Oh, that's probably a good thing to have. What the heck is this? What is this triangle? Oh. So I can increase the slots available here for Architect Souls, and it requires another Wraith. So what if I put the Skelly in here? And then I bring this Skelly here. Then we go back. How do I go back? There we go. The Chamber of Iratus. We go back, we create a new Skelly and a new Wraith. I do like the Skelly. Where did our rags go? Our rags are gone. Oh, they're right there.
Dogs of war.
Do we want another Wraith, though? I don't think I can actually do this. No, I can't. I can only build another zombie, a Banshee, or a Dark Knight. Double Banshee, anyone? How do your things work again? So you can scream from any position. The thing is, the Soprano attack doesn't... Well, you can't do that anymore. Okay. Let's build a 4th Banshee. Why not? Banshee it up. Good old Sylvan. I don't know if I want you to have this. Do I have a choice? I do.
You will learn to enjoy your wretched existence.
Brutal. Because this has +1 attack, which Banshee's not really good at. They're excellent at Dread. So this is our stress team. We have a skeleton to tank, we have the infested, and we have double Banshees. Beautiful. I don't know why the skeleton's in the 3rd group. Hold on. Why are you in this spot? You can't do anything in this spot, can you? You can move forward. No. This way, the zombie can bombard. Are we okay with that? I can't ignite, though. What do you do again? You can... You move forward with this. Crit's really good with this. I don't think you have any crit, do you? You have 0 luck. We can also somehow upgrade down here, but I'm not sure how. Maybe it's not available yet. Maybe I need to get something. Maybe I need to build something. Who knows? We'll try this formation. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but we're going to try it. Give it the good old college try. Let's go with group 1. Just because. Even though I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is a boon. 12 luck. Critical damage received is reduced by 16%. Or stress damage increased.
More for me.
Is that an artifact? No. Okay, so if I remember correctly, I think boons are 1 turn deal. I think. So we can either go this way and then encounter an elite squad. Am I going to get wrecked right away? Oh boy. We have a grave. This is free minions. I guess we're just going to go all out. We'll go this way. There is an elite in this battle. So we're going to bring our super stress team. Here's the elite. It is an elite conscript. Wow. Shocker. Again, his sanity is lower than his vigor. He still has no defenses, but he appears to be a stronger combatant. The only new minion here is the Taskmaster. You can see with this little star thingy, he does have a special effect, which is when he dies, his allies recover 30 sanity. Which I guess goes to speak of how terrible a boss he is. So we're going to go ahead and taunt with a Skelly. As always, boring strategies, I know. That is a trap, which I'm pretty sure is just there forever now. Until I somehow remove it, which I can't do with this group. Which is a little scary. Just a little bit. We can go ahead and curse someone. We're probably going to curse the elite conscripts. We might just go down the line cursing them. Honestly. Oof, this Banshee is getting low. We will go ahead and Soprano. Trigger this debuff. Try and keep ourselves a little safe. A little safe. All minions gave it dread for the next action. We might do this as well. Yes, let's do this. Of course, the skeleton is immune, but that doesn't really matter. I wish I could undo stances, but I don't know who does that. Remove all debuffs. I can't do anything about this attack, can I? No. We can just try and burn him down. Drive him insane. There we go. What happened? Panic. Yes. Minus 50 accuracy came in just in time. So we increased our... Can I see that anywhere? Our dread has been increased. 36 to 38. Let's go ahead and pop that on him who is somehow an... Oh, it's only the first 2. That's fine. Wait, what? Oh, that's a stance, duh. Sorry, that's just me being stupid. We have driven the elite conscript insane. Oh, I love this. He's panicked. It's beautiful. Now we have the soprano thing we can do again. It looks like everyone's off, so let's pop it. You can see how important accuracy is here. We will go ahead and use our shield banger. A real banger. That was a bad joke. It looks like they might not be dying. We have a trap here again. Oh, it went away. So we'll go ahead and freak you out. So we triggered insanity on them as well. Are they all panic? They are all panic. Go ahead and trigger the insanity, or start cursing this guy. Now the Taskmaster does have a ton of sanity. And that's probably because he's a Taskmaster. I did miss, that is unfortunate. But it might be time to start killing people. Whoops, I missed. Like, what I really need to do is trigger heart attacks here. Let's try this.
One more.
There we go.
Stockpiles.
See, that's why the Infested is very good. Get inspiration. What the heck? I might just have to kill him. Ooh. I can ignore his armor that he doesn't have. Alright. I don't think this group composition can actually kill people. Which is funny. Like with, through Vigor. Obviously they can kill people through stress, but Yeah, I have no physical damage. So I'm just going to sit here and be gambling for a while. I probably should have buffed there. Oh, also, there can be... when someone goes insane, they can become heroic. Which sounds as terrifying as you might expect. There goes another one. Good. I do kind of wish that it was guaranteed, this whole heart attack stuff. Another miss. Kill it. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, now we just beat this guy up. As he continues to beat us up. Our poor little infested guy is getting wrecked here. I will go ahead and keep taunting. This is pretty straightforward from here. I think I'm just going to increase our dread damage. Bring on the curse. Yeah, I think this group composition either it needs to work for... or, excuse me, it needs to be brought for very specific enemy combinations, or it needs a bit of diversity. Because if we encounter someone who is, like, immune to insanity attacks for whatever reason, or stress attacks, then we're screwed. Like, this Taskmaster is actually quite the opponent for us. We did finally bring him down. Our infested is almost dead. Oof. A Humanorium token. Graveyard events. We got 6 Architect Souls. Excellent. I am going to... oh, he's level 2. Don't really want to take that. So here's leveling up. This might be the last thing that we do. I actually don't remember what's next. Maybe we can check the map before we go up. But anyway, when you level up, you get to choose a new ability. You can see our little brain here. We're level 2. We have 20 IQ. Impressive. So if you do find, in the tutorial, I found a level 4 brain, so I was able to instantly bring someone's level up to level 4, which was hilarious. I had a level 4 Banshee in, like, the 3rd zone. But, you can select one of your 2 upgrade paths, and each upgrade is different, obviously, but you also get passives that are worth considering. So, for example, with Scream, which is the single target stress attack we've been using quite extensively, you can either make it Paralyzing Scream, which adds, the target will lose 18 evasion for 3 turns, and you also get 8 accuracy, which is super tempting. Or you can do this one, which removes all buffs from the target, and you get 2 attack and 2 dread. Remember, dread is attack for stress attacks. So there are a ton of options. I haven't used her stance once because we haven't had any enemies that move, unless they're moving forward because something has died. I do also like Soprano and Wail. This gives evasion, this gives luck for crits. Let's see. Sometimes it will increase its damage, sometimes it won't. Like, for example, with this one, all enemies lose 6 attack and 12 evasion. Oh, for the next action. So if just spamming Accelerando, or Crescendo, which does what exactly? They lose 8 attack, so they lose 2 more attack. I'm kind of inclined to pull out Accelerando, or we could just go 1 by 1 Paralyze. No, this is our Banshee in the 3rd slot, so she can't use Soprano, so we will go for Accelerando.
Enemies are in for a nasty surprise.
They are. So here's our lovely Infested, who is very low on HP. I'm actually thinking of just throwing him into the Moratorium here, because he's that low. So we can go through all of his abilities. I do like Pestilent Rain and the Curse the most, so let's take a look at those. With the Rancid Breath, which is the curse attack, we can go with Lingering Breath, which increases its duration for 1 turn. And that is it. Meh. Or we can go with Plague Breath, which increases both its immediate stress damage and its curse stress damage. Also gives +3 Dread, which will increase it even further. The other one gives +2 Resistance. We have yet to encounter any magic, and I've actually never encountered any, so I don't know how prevalent it is. So we're going to go for Plague Breath. I might learn real fast that that was dumb. Oh. We do have upgrades. Oh no, this is just listing, excuse me. I was dumb earlier, but it's okay. I'm learning with you guys. This is just listing our passive upgrades from these. And I'm assuming any upgrades from anything else. These two little slots, I guess, can have things put in them, but I don't really know. Who are we putting in the mortuary? Actually, what can I build? We should check that first before I put someone in there. We can build. Not much. Ooh. Oh, the soul gem is an item. Ooh. Ooh. Remaining amount 3. Get a minion to level 5 to get the mummy. I really want the lich. I have no idea what it does, but I love liches. I actually have a funny story to tell, but that's probably going to be later. So what are we building here? What do we have a lot of? We have a lot of meat. Is there anyone that just takes the zombie or the bride? We'll just build a bride to throw in.
Oh, honey, you are so wonderfully rotten.
So wonderfully rotten. I do love the voice actor. So this will increase our vigor after combat. We can't create a wraith, right? Because it would actually be worth putting one in if we could, but I'm pretty sure we can't, yeah. Very low on resources. So let's waltz. I can't actually see what's here, shall we? Can I? So let's go to the blind area one last time. The heck? Oh. Oh, so I just go through all of this. Wait, hold on then. Group 2. This is a restoration. You can either use it to restore your mana or restore your health. Restore all of your minions to full vigor. Beautiful. Our Infested and our Banshee are back. And next time... I know. I had to put in the teaser here. Next time we take on our first full elite squad. It looks like there's some magic shenanigans happening here, so I'm very worried. Maximum worried. Very worried. But we're going to approach it with stress damage, which is my favorite way to approach this game. So why not? I hope you look forward to it. Thank you for watching this first episode of our Undead Kingmaker. This series, hopefully, will go to the end of what is available for early access, but I might lose. As the disclaimer said, this is a hard game, and I'm not the best at these type of games, so if we die, we'll probably start over. Take what we learned and just recycle. Just like a good necromancer would do with his minions. So I hope that you look forward to it, and that you are excited for what is to come, because I know I am. Bye-bye.